What's your best example of play stupid games, win stupid prizes? My warehouse manager locked the only nearby restroom because someone left a coffee cup ring on his desk. Monday morning, a laminated sign was zip-tied to the door at the end of aisle 12. Restroom closed indefinitely due to disrespect of company property. The only other one was past receiving through 2 fire doors on the far side of a building the size of 4 football fields. 7 minutes each way if you moved fast. Dalton made the announcement over the floor intercom during first shift. Until the individual responsible for the damage to my desk comes forward, that facility remains locked. Actions have consequences. 200 people stopped scanning at the same time and just stared at the ceiling speakers. The insane part was what the damage actually was. Ramon had seen it before Dalton papered over it. A ring of dried coffee on the corner of his desk. Not a scratch, not a dent. A stain the size of a bottle cap. By Tuesday, it was already bad. Our pick rate was tracked to the second. The handheld scanners logged every idle minute, and anything over 90 seconds unaccounted for went into a report. A restroom trip was now a 15-minute round trip, which meant every single person on that floor was choosing between their bladder and their write-up. People tried to be reasonable first. 5 of us went to his office. We explained the math out loud, slowly. 200 employees, 14 minutes of walking, 1 coffee stain. Dalton leaned back with his arms crossed behind his head and said the words I will hear on my deathbed. This is a lesson in collective accountability. When the individual comes forward, privileges are restored. Privileges. He called a bathroom a privilege. By Wednesday, 3 people had been written up for idle time. Marisol, who was 6 months pregnant, got one. She stood there holding the pink slip with her hands shaking, and Dalton told her that if she'd budgeted her time better, this wouldn't have happened. She didn't cry until she got to the parking lot. I know because I walked her out. That's when Ramon spoke up. Ramon was 58, worked receiving, never said more than 10 words a day. He gathered about 30 of us behind the trailer bay after shift and said one sentence. If he wants to play games with the rules, we'll play the rules perfectly. The plan was simple and legal and beautiful. We would follow every single procedure exactly as written. Not one shortcut, not one favor. Every rule in the binder, all at once. Thursday morning it started. Every forklift operator ran the full pre-operation safety inspection. The real one. The 22-point checklist nobody had done in full since 2011. 12 minutes per machine, logged and signed. Every damaged carton got an incident report instead of a quiet swap. Every ambiguous barcode got escalated to a supervisor instead of guest. Every mandated break got taken to the exact second, at the exact time by every eligible person simultaneously. And every restroom trip got documented in writing. On Dalton's own new accountability log, the one he'd created to catch us. Name, time out, time in, reason for extended absence. 200 people, 3 or 4 trips each, every single one ending with the same handwritten line. Extended due to restroom closure per management directive. By noon, his inbox had 400 incident forms in it. The pick rate cratered. Trucks sat at the dock with nothing to load. The line was completely legal, completely compliant, and completely stopped. Dalton came out on the floor, red-faced, screaming at Ramon to speed up, and Ramon just held up a laminated safety checklist, the one with Dalton's own signature on the bottom, and kept going down it with his pen. Friday, Dalton tried threats. He called a stand-up meeting and said anyone caught deliberately slowing production would be terminated. Ramon raised his hand and asked very politely which specific procedure we should stop following so he could write it down. Dalton didn't answer. The breaking point came at 2 p.m. Regional showed up unannounced because 2 trailers had missed their windows 2 days running, and they wanted to know why. They pulled the logs, and there it was, 400 times over, in 200 different handwritings, in Dalton's own accountability system, extended due to restroom closure per management directive. The regional director read about 6 of them, set the stack down, and asked Dalton one question. You locked the restroom? By 3:40 that afternoon, a maintenance guy came down aisle 12, cut the zip ties, and propped the door open with a wedge. There was no announcement, there was no apology. Dalton transferred to another site within the month. Marisol's write-up was voided, and that wedge stayed under that door for the next 2 years because nobody was ever going to be the one who moved it.